You've got Wooly now. Time for Encore's aerial recon. One sheep, two sheep, three... where was I?
Mom. Hello, Haxrain. Welcome.
Bullies, let's race! Wooly sense is tingling. This is so much fun! Grow for me.
I'm good. Doing good. How about you?
Photosynthesis. Growing against wind.
Good to hear.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier, another invention from the court of Savante. Specific steps must be followed to undo the barrier. Rover, I'll guide you. Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy. Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
So it can't hurt me.
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now, what was once slow and no one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament. But aging from
This is Dragon
leaving Mount
Spy.
Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. These poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption. But so, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our sentinel. I had wished that my theories would... As expected, my terminal isn't working. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one at stake. All the inhabitants of Mount Firmament are in danger. We need to hurry to Hongzhen, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search for the Sentinel.
There's no
Listen up. Roll for me.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Chun-Li, does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go down, please, don't worry about me.
Photosynthesis.
What's the matter? You dreamed of Hongzhen? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts. Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit. Thankfully, a sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier, keeping those monsters at bay. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now targeting us, they'll seize any opportunity to intercept our path. But every trap has its weak points. Someone has used their resonance ability here, but it feels different from the Fraxidus aggression. And it seems like she used it in a dire situation. Could it be related to the people of Hongzhen? The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving. Don't. There should be more clues nearby.
My internet unstable now. That sucks.
Going against wind.
Someone fought here against those Fraxidus.
Must be Jinshi. Her trails led to this location. Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her condition. But she must have had a reason. Was she helping the people of Hongzhen find refuge?
Faster, just more stable.
Chun-Li, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
Attack! You're in! Fully stampede! The fruit of evolution. Ha! Da-da-da-da-da-da! That away!
That's a convert.
Wooly sense is tingling. Blue, you're an evolution.
Converter.
The traces disappear by the pond.
Rover, the vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take a look.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon bolts to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi,
Relax, they're our honored guests. No need to be tense.
Familiar.
In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. I can only... It's been a while, Changli.
I heard you stepped down from your position and moved to the countryside. And now here we are, meeting again after all this time.
For years, I lived secluded, no longer concerning myself with the matters beyond Hongzhen. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. And you, young lady, what shall I call you? My name is Xinyi. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here.
Encore spent a long, long time on this. What?
I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin Shi. The Magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. She should be at the Truth Seeker's Pass now. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of a Court of Savante facility.
Lady Xingyi, please elaborate.
Madam Magistrate, are you...
I'm fine. How's the situation? Have we evacuated all the civilians?
Yes, Remaining civilians have been counted and escorted.
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to sense its presence for some time. I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. Lady Xingyi, I need to know where the Sentinel was last seen. I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing my limits to keep... Mount Firmament is in serious trouble, and...
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mianlung Chamber, where it would normally rest. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of the court of Savante. It was reactivated as soon... This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops. And we've already eliminated some of them outside. To get inside Mianlung Chamber, we have to find the cipher key in Truth Seeker's...
Understood. I will...
You are injured.
The Fraxidus will most likely attack this place once I implore you, Xingyi.
Yes, I will, Madam Magistrate.
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraxidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city. I never intended to believe their baseless claims, but I was not surprised to hear it. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. A day when the humans of Jinzhou take control of their own destiny. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to have a serious conversation with it about this prophecy.
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraxidus kidnap our Sentinel?
Maybe it's not kidnapped, maybe it's just stayed.
The Mianlong Chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante. Do you think their research could be involved somehow?
If they have technology that stops Resonator from using the resonate ability, that might be able to be applied.
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Mianlung Chamber will be left vulnerable to the Fraxidus' potential retaliation.
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi. We'll distract the Fraxidus' main forces, giving you an opportunity to stage your ambush.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes, and you will see the Truth Seeker's Pass downstream.
Thank you, Lady Xingyi. Please, leave it to us.
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
Grow for me.
No pets.
Listen up.
Did Xingyi and Jinshi know each other?
Jinshi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for
Oh, I skipped dialogue again. Oops.
including Lady Xingyi. She
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's past Xingyi mentioned.
Yes. This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks first. Nothing. I was wondering, how did the court of Savante... I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless... the Sentinel willingly We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in truth. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chronosorter. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break.
I need something to.
Going against wind. Bullies, let's race!
Or can I just not hold on? That or there's no understand.
Good.
Oh,
Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
Onkar spent a long time on this. Wanna have a bite? Leave me? Time for Encore's aerial recon!
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit.
how did Jinshi get
The
past
blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
There has to be more, right?
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters... They don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the court of Savannah. They create these seemingly cauldrons.
Bloom! The fruit of evolution. Grow for me. Into Woolly's belly you go! So much fun! Give it to me. Noticing the fruit of evolution. Life is in everything. Here we go again. This is so much fun. Fruit of evolution. Ha. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You're in for it now. Noticing.
That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems to. The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest. Yes. The flare crests have a complex structure, but they can't see how each star represents a flare stone. That mechanism we accidentally solved. Yes. We still need the other two flare stones to open it. Wait. The blood and scales here. It's Jinshi. She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now. We are running up.
Going against wind.
Those
decades have passed, those researchers' presence still lingers in this place.
You're it! Fruit of evolution. Life is in everything. Here we go again. This is so much fun. Here comes Encore. Bloom. Leave me alone. Time for another adventure.
Gotcha, didn't I?
Willies, let's race. There has to be more, right? Woohoo! This is so much fun! Willies, let's race!
That's what I'm supposed Time for another adventure. Wait, where's the tutorial for this? Oh. I just interact with it. But I reactivate this first.
Bullies, let's race!
Oh. Real good.
Bullies, let's race!
There's something that I don't understand.
Time for Encore's aerial recon! Going against wind.
Oh,
The Sentinel's situation is worse than we thought. With one of the temporal programs lost, no.
So, the Sentinel protected Hongzhen with its power.
It would, according to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing all of Jinzhou. So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the There's nothing we can do. Only the Mianlong chamber can provide temporary... In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune... The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator. Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter. No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the Sentinel's immense power. We are getting closer and closer. 2 more flare stones left. Another chronos. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this chronosorter. There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around. One last flare stone to go.
It's nature's gift. Let's keep it well.
We've reached the carrier lift.
Going against wind.
Something above the carrier lift seems stuck.
Okay.
Something above the carrier lift seems stuck.
Look at that device on the floating slab. It could help us open the path to other places. Shall we give it a try? So it turned you into a climb bang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall. The stone slates have formed a path. Now we can bring the tacitite fulminate across the water.
Oh,
Normally.
going against wind. Going against wind. Are those little flowers growing inside?
Ice pool.
Ah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Woolies, let's race! You're it! Leave that away!
Hey, yo.
Here comes Encore! Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution. Listen up, bask in the sunlight. Here we go again. The story isn't over.
Oh. Step away.
Roll for me. Here we go again. Fully stampede. Bloom, fruit of evolution. Photosynthesis. Life is in everything. Woolly's attack. Woolly's let's race. Here comes Encore. This is so much fun. Tax, you're it. Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution. This is so much fun. Here comes Encore. Blue, the fruit of evolution. Listen up. Luminous energy. Here we go again. This is so much fun.
The story isn't over.
Encore, no.
Hopefully, we'll make new findings.
Gotcha, didn't I?
Oh, it's spectral. That works. I can swap you. Don't really damage on you. Actually, the little bit of damage helps.
Hands off my friends. Roll for me. Holy stampede! This is so much fun! Tap, you're it!
It's great. Oh wow, that's so fun.
Woolies, let's race! Oh, shiny! Photosynthesis. Are those little flowers growing inside?
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Something above the carrier lift seems stuck.
In the recent and upwards.
Is that so? So this file confirms they act, and this also answers my No, it was nowhere near enough. Plus, as artificial resonance, according to the Court of Savante researchers, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies. Yes, countless chronosorters were made. One chronosorter. This proved the research. It's similar to how human overclocking happens when a No, it's not. Exhausted. In addition, I noticed the chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue appeared to be under someone else's command. In the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down, that peculiar visitor and the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order. Rover, do you have... Jinchi.
Bullies, let's race!
I thought enemy aggroed on me.
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special. The temp...
I...
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we wouldn't even have her here. Rover has a strong connection to this place.
But we already owe Rover a lot. Thank you. Rover, I will do.
What did you find in Truthseeker's path?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its arrival at Mount Firmament. As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became unstable here, causing temporal disruptions that could potentially threaten Jinzhou. Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening. That will enhance my power beyond its limits.
Let's say you can achieve all that, but Jinshi, do you...
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding. The temporal disruptions we face are just a side effect of its efforts to protect local people. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power.
So what do you plan to do, Jinshi? If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow it could be all.
I will. If it truly comes down to that, it's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about the consequences, Jinshi? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you overclock at any moment. We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. You don't want to end up like those chronosorters, shredded under immense pressure. On top of that, do you honestly believe you can fight in your current condition? I can see right through your facade, Jinshi. You're essentially committing suicide.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learn from the best. When have you ever backed down from risking your life?
Oh? We all die eventually, but Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power.
Chengli.
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during All evidence we've gathered points to this being true. If anyone can help us with the situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if... Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate.
Willies, let's... Ah!
Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order.
For core cities. That was
It
fun.
worked. The court of Cervantes set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
It's a trap! Watch out!
Take form. Take form.
One with the sound.
Moment of awakening.
Fluorescent shadows.
Take form. Perfect end. Insolence.
Together we vanish. Others must take form.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
So hot there.
Photosynthesis. This is so much fun! Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Willies, let's race!
My name?
There has to be more, right? This is so much fun!
Have I been here? I already don't remember.
is so much fun!
The cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you. From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not intervene. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us. You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh. How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
The like cinematic parallels.
Chun-Li,
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Chun-Li has her plans. I don't believe we will run into ambushes on the way.
I can use some fertilizer. You're it! This is so much fun! Bloom! Grow for me! Huh, I can use some fertilizer. Woolly's attack! Leave that away! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Ha! Here comes Encore! Ah! Here comes Encore! This is so much fun! Give it to me! Fruit of evolution! Find us keepers!
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Xinyi!
Photosynthesis.
Yeah, okay, what?
Grow for me!
The Mianlung chamber is open now. You can... Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you. Changli was right. They used the Court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting chamber. They used the crow. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. First, to place the Chronosorter in the Mianlung chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the Sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, what if the Fraxidus modified those Chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed, but not even that. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crest. It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy. And eventually...
So, we must free the Sentinel from that force field first.
It would be a task more complicated than it sounds. The people of Hongzhen have lived with the Sentinel for generations. But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for the Sentinel. Please tell us what you know, Madam Magistrate.
Yes.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. Madam Magistrate, you've already laid out this plan so far. It's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. There were many... But now that I reflect on it, I just never thought you'd be willing to follow through with that.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the sun. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our Sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my... I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. I am a seed, born on... It's time for me to take root and grow into something greater.
Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlung Chamber. The place is directly under Mount Firmament's iconic loom-shaped cliff. I wish you two the best of luck.
Wow, such a rare species. It's my lucky day. Can you hear it?